The revolution, like Saturn, devours its children. Attributed to the moderate French revolutionary P.V. Vergniaud in 1793, just before his execution by the Jacobins, this quotation refers to the way in which the Jacobins turned the terror against some of their fellow revolutionaries. The same claim has been made of those other commonly acknowledged great revolutions, the Russian of 1917 and the Chinese of 1949. In both cases, about a decade and a half after the revolutionary seizure of power, terror was unleashed by one section of the revolutionary elite on another. The implication of the claim is that there is something about revolution as a phenomenon that causes the new rulers to turn on themselves. However, this claim is contentious. Revolution is one of those phenomena that provoke heightened passion and significant polarization. For many, it is seen as an uplifting experience, a means for the oppressed to throw off their shackles and achieve the freedom that has long been denied them. For others, it is seen as a catastrophe, perhaps conducted in the quest to achieve high ideals, but in the result leading to widespread hardship, dictatorship, and terror. For the latter, even when there were gains made, for example in terms of greater equality, the costs were excessive. It is this latter view that provides the focus of this book, in particular the argument that terror is an inevitable result of revolution. This argument has been particularly associated with the way in which, following the seizure of power, the revolutionary elite split, with part of it purging another part. Robespierre's attack on his enemies within the French revolutionary elite in 1794, Stalin's purges in the Soviet Union in 1936 to 1938, and Mao's Cultural Revolution in the late 1960s have all been seen as evidence of this. But most scholars have generally seen a much broader association between revolution and terror than simply the latter's effects on the revolutionary elite. Terror has widely been seen as being intrinsic to revolution. In the words of an historian of the French Revolution, "From the very beginning, from the summer of 1789, violence was the motor of the revolution." For one theorist of revolution, the use of terror against opponents was the norm in revolutionary states, while two students of authoritarian rule declared, "As revolution spread, the corpses continued to accumulate." It is the relationship between revolution and terror that this book seeks to understand. The previous cited views reflect two different conceptions of revolution: revolution as liberation, a normative project, and revolution as social upheaval and destruction, a violent process.